Hello guys. In today's tutorial, I'm pretty much going to be teaching you guys like how to like pretty much how remotes like remote events, remote function, all that works. All right. Now, to start off, you're going to need to know what's a remote event, all right? Now, since the filtering enabled update came out, Roblox pretty much made it that when a client does something, it no longer replicates to all clients, except for a few things like walking, jumping, and like base Roblox stuff that they already programmed to replicate to the others. Now, certain stuff like changing money and all that, this update was actually perfect. All right, because let's say on a client you have something like you have something like cash. Let's say like the cash is 20. Now a hacker can set their cash to 999.999, but all the other clients won't see this 99999 cash, and it will not replicate to the server. So you don't even have to worry about it. Replicate to the server, not clients, to the server. So yeah. Now there are three types of remotes. I There are bindable, like there are remotes. Alright, there are remote events. Alright, remote functions. Alright, bindable events and bindable functions. Bindable functions. Now we're gonna go through all of these in today's tutorial. Now, first things first, remote event can be used in two ways, all right? And so can remote functions. Now, a remote event can be used to communicate from the client to the server, and it can also be used for the server to communicate with the client, all right? Now, let me give you an example of what you can do. So now what you want to do is insert a local script here and start a GUI. It doesn't really matter. And then well, first we're gonna do a little something here. Alright, we're gonna do a leader stat. Just call this stats for now. Gain of players dot player added connect function. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Oh, hold up, mute. Alright. So yeah, now you just want to just put P, stands for player. You want to do local stats equals instance.new folder comma P, simple. Stats dot name. Uh oh, made a mistake. And we're just gonna call it leader stats. Alright, I think that's how you do it. Anyways, we're gonna do local cache equals instance.new int value. Alright, now this is only necessary for the showing you guys what's like going on. Alright, now you can do cache dot name equals cache, and then yeah, pretty much that's all we want for now. Now like once we do this, you're gonna have by default 0 cache. Alright, now you can name this remote event whatever, but we're just gonna do server slash client. Alright, it's basically both of them. You can use it, so you can do so in this remote we want our cache to be changed to 50. Alright, so now we're gonna press a key, local UIS equals game dot players, no, equals game get service user input service, sorry. UIS dot input began connect function k chatting. Alright, now you do if k dot key code equals enum dot key code. Let's put it to like q for testing. And then, alright, so what this is gonna do right here is anytime you press a key, so anytime you press a key, well, it's gonna check, and then it's gonna check if the key that you pressed is Q. All right. If it's Q, then it's gonna do whatever you have in here. So now we're gonna do game.replicate storage. Then we're gonna do server slash client fire server. All right. It's just that simple. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna need a script here. The game replicated storage. Wait for child, I guess. Server client dot. Yeah. So for the server to pick up the remote event, you gotta do the on client, the on server event. Alright. Connect function. Alright. Now they're like, well, I'm gonna teach you guys that after. Alright. So the first argument in between these brackets here is the player. It's the first argument. It comes whether you sent it or not. It's there. Alright. It does not matter. Alright. So wait, hold up. Alright. So as I was saying, is that the first argument, well, arguments is what you put in here. Alright. So yeah. I'm gonna make another tutorial fully explaining like what kind of arguments you can send and all that. Also, I gotta mention, I'm sorry for slacking on the videos. Alright, I'm lazy when it comes to editing. So yeah. Alright. Anyways, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do p find first child leader stats. Alright, pretty much this dot cache dot value equals same thing. This is how you add cache without resetting it. All right, so this is how you do it. All right, it's just this simple. Now that we have this done, all right, just for we're gonna play. All right, and you're gonna see that my cache, well, I'm gonna change my cache on the client, and I'm gonna change it with the remote event. Alright, so as you can see here in leader stats, my cache is currently 0. Alright, now I'm gonna change it to, let's say this is a hacker's doing. He changes his cache to 50. Alright, now if you click on home, why can I not go in game settings? Not game settings. View. Is it not this? Yes, here. My bad. Now, when you do this, this shows you what the server sees and what's going on in the server. If you look at my cache, it's currently still 0. But if you look right here, it tells me my cache is 50. Now, this is what happened with the filtering enable update. All right, you cannot disable it. It's pretty much like forced now. And this update kind of broke a lot of Roblox games, but we're not gonna talk about that today. So now, if I were to press E, oh, it's Q. If I were to press Q, as you can see, the server picked up that I had 50 and it's like you didn't have 50, so it just set my cash back to the original amount. And if you look on the server, my cash is 20. All right, so yeah, this is what remote events do. All right, it's like the gap between server and client. Now if you were to change this on the server, oh, of course it's gonna replicate it on the client. So yeah. Alright, anyways. So let's stop that right there. Alright. Now, remote events can, as I said before, can also be used for the server to communicate with the client. Now, what we're gonna do here is not the same we did here. So we're not gonna change the person's cash or anything. Pretty sure it's leader stats. I think leader stats, like so. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do pretty much this. Alright, now here's the thing about client to server. Okay, you see the server already knows that which client like fired the remote. Now the server does not know which client you want it to fire to. Alright, so you have to specify the client. So you do this fire client. Alright, now there's fire client and there's fire all clients. Now we're gonna review fire all clients in another video pretty much, because well, no, never mind. So let's first do fire client. Now what fire client does is the first argument you need to send it is what client, well, the player that you wanted to send to. So of course, since we already have the client here, this is if you want to send it back to the client that sent you the like fired it. So what we're gonna do here is the client, we're gonna fire it back to the client. Alright, now in here you pretty much gotta do this, but instead of on server event you do on client event connect function. Pretty simple. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna do print. Now here's the thing, the first argument of the client is not the player, because you can pretty much already get the player regularly. So you can do so you can pretty much, oh wait, my bad, set this to P. P just stands for player. Alright, if you're all confused, it's player. You can put whatever you want for the player argument. You can call it player in all types, shapes, or form. I just put P to speed up the process. Alright, so now you can do P has been, no, oh crap. I'm gonna just put the server has changed your cache to, and then you can just do p dot leader stats dot cache dot value. Alright, now what this is gonna do is it's pretty much gonna print what your cache has been changed to, pretty much. So essentially you're it's what you're gonna see right here. Alright, and this method of printing is called concatenating or concatenation. So yeah, press Q. Oops, I made a mistake. So it's P stats. Yeah, it should be good. Attempt to index nil. Attempt to index nil with cache. Oh, my bad. Sorry about that, guys. Gotta do this. So we're on the server now, and then all we do is just be like bink and bink. Voila. It should work now. So now if we press Q, yep, now it's gonna keep telling us how much cash we have. You can see it's pretty much telling us how much cash we have. Alright, now. Yeah, pretty much. That's what. Oh wait. No. Alright. So that's pretty much what. Well, there's this, and then there is another method. All right, fire all clients. Now this one, it fires to all players. So the first thing you put in here, it doesn't have to be the player. Now we're gonna put P, and this is gonna be the target. All right. So we're gonna do on client event, and then we're gonna do target. All right. Now instead of doing P, we're gonna do target. So we're gonna do server has changed. Um, changed, and then we're gonna cut off the thing right here. We're gonna do target dot name bink. Then we're gonna put instead of this, we're gonna do this because or else it's gonna mess with our thing right here. We're gonna do this cache 2, and then it's gonna continue. So yeah, you're gonna see how it looks. All right, now it's gonna tell you this. So I'm gonna do a test with 2 players. You will not be able to see the other player, but just know that wait, let me do the another display capture here. I'm gonna just switch it to the other one. What will yeah, all right. So yeah, I'm gonna just switch the display like so. So yeah, it's easy to do. Let me just let the server load in real quick. So yeah, sorry if you wanted music. No music this time, guys. No music. Alrighty. This thing takes long as hell to load. I don't know why. F11. There you go. Huh? It's taking so long to load. I don't know what's going on. Doesn't take this long to load. There's literally nothing in here. Oof. Alright, so y'all just saw that. So yeah, we're gonna open up the output. As you can see, the other player's up here. He just dropped. Alright. So yeah, I'm moving that player. I'm gonna go to so yeah, I'm gonna press Q and look at the output. You see, it changed player two's cache to 20. Now, if you look at the other, you'll see right about here that if I do this, you see it also print here. I'll press Q again, and then it'll print that. Now once I do this and I push that boy back, you're gonna see if I do this, it's gonna print my name. Now, hold up. Once I show you this one, as you can see, it print whose cache got changed on both servers. As you can see, it's printing my name. Player 1 is the one with 80 cache. Now, don't mind this. This is just a little error. So yeah, I can keep hitting Q, and it'll print my amount of cache on both servers. So yeah, that's pretty much the fire out client. So remote events done. Alright, remote events are pretty much done. Now, remote functions. Now, the thing about remote functions is that it's not really that different. The only thing is that if you know about returning, remote functions are very, very useful. Like, you don't even understand. Alright, if you want to check a particular something on a remote event, it's on the server. It's quite simple. You use this. I usually name this check. I Now what you do here is you do game dot replicate storage, wait for child check. Now you gotta do the on server invoke. Alright, and it's no connect function, it's equal function. Alright, now some people have like their function already prepped, so they're like local function check. Alright, and then they'll just do like check, if I could even spell. Now they'll the on server invoke, and I think they'll do like equals check or something like that. I can't remember. I can't remember because I don't really do it that way. I just do it the other way. So yeah. Now this one is also like the server. Like the first thing in the parameter, the first argument in the parameter is p. Alright, p for player. Simple. Now at the end, it returns whatever you want. You can have a string and anything that exists, my friend, or a table, bruh, xd lulls. Alright, so what you're gonna do is just return these things here. Alright, you're gonna return a table. Alright, now what you're gonna do is gain that so you're gonna do we're gonna change the key. Alright, so you're gonna do else if key k dot key code equals enum dot key code dot e then. So it's not fire server, it's invoke server. Alright, so you're gonna invoke the server, and the name is no longer server slash client, it's check. And since it's that, I don't have to do this. I could just do this dot check. Sorry about that. Alright, now since we're returning something, we're gonna do local table local t equals this. Alright, so you're gonna make a variable. So you're basically gonna make it like once it returns, it's gonna set t to this table. Alright, so after this fires and it returns, the t is gonna equal to this pretty much. Alright, your basic t is gonna be equals to this after. So what we're gonna do, alright, is we're gonna do for iv in pairs. We're just gonna loop through t. Alright, and then we're gonna print the contents. We're gonna print v. Now I don't do I, but we'll keep I for now. Right, we'll print I. Now let's go and test. Okay, now remote, like as you can see, remote functions, I think there's yeah, that's pretty much it. Like remote function, remote events, remote functions, and I kind of forgot the other. So when I press E, as you can see, it print bruh, XD, and lulls, which were here. So yeah, pretty much. Alright. So yeah. Um. So this is what. Wait, BRB guys. Sorry about that, guys. Um. So yeah, my bad, guys. I'm back. Anyways, after remote functions, there are bindable events. Now, listen, guys. Bindable event is strictly for server to server communication. All right, no client involved here. Server to server communication. All right. Now let's say you're scripting something that requires you to talk to another script, all right, to ask another script for a certain something. So you're gonna be like, bruh, call this script bruh. Now in this script, you're gonna have local t equals the player is OP. Alright. So now if you want to find out, like let's say you were scripting and all your stuff was checked and it returned and at the end you have a variable named t equals the player status. Alright. Now let's say you want this status but you don't have it here. Well, that's where bindable events come in. Now wait, hold on a second. Okay. Now, if you want T, but for that, as you got, well, let's first do bindable events. All right. So what you're gonna do is game.replicate storage that event fire. There's no fire server, and the first you if you don't put anything, nothing will be sent. All right. So let's say we're gonna do local answer equals pretty much I'm gonna do this, so you're gonna return answer. All right, now we're gonna put in here answer. Okay, now when you're sending a table, I forgot like the restrictions, like stuff you couldn't do. Wait, hold up, let me just pull up a wiki real quick. The wiki restrict. Let me just pull up the wiki right here for y'all to see. Wait, BRB. So yeah, now that we've pulled up the wiki, you'll see around somewhere here, these are the stuff that you can send. These, and then around here, these are the things you cannot send. So as you can see here, you kind of can't send anything. So like as you can see, like you cannot send a table that has nil in it. You cannot send table keys can only mean number of string. So yeah, you cannot send a table, the table that has a key that key is not a number or a string. Alright. And as you can see here, the table keys cannot be both in like your dictionary cannot be, but you can send dictionaries, but it cannot be both table and, well, it cannot be both number and string for the keys. Alright, so it can only be numbers or strings. So yeah, as you can see, they highlighted on this or, so people don't go crazy and start sending stuff like this. Alright, now that's pretty much that's pretty much what you can send. Now back to this wait, hold on, I need to put back my thing right there. Alright, perfect. Now you see we sent something that's perfectly sendable. As you guys know, this is perfectly sendable. There was no issue. Alright, um that's pretty much. So now we're gonna go on bruh. Okay, and we're gonna do pretty much um hold up, we're gonna go on stats. Sorry about that, guys. So you're gonna go on game. Wait, oh my lord. So you're gonna go copy. No, it's not this. It's this. Yes. So we're gonna copy that. Oh, my bad. Copy that. All right. Place that. And what we're gonna do is pretty much it's what is it on? That event, something like that. Yeah. So that event, and you connect function, and you're gonna do three dots. All right. Now these three dots is pretty much your table. All right. It's pretty much your table. Okay. So don't get too scared when you see this. All right. Like literally don't get too scared. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do four underscore dot in pairs do. Alright. So you don't gotta be scared at all. Just print dot. Alright, and you'll see it's nothing too complicated. So yeah, now that I go in, so now that you've done this, what you can do is have like a variable that is prepared, and like is like a variable that you have prepared for once this event is fired. You just set that variable to, you know, your answers. Simple. So once this loads, I'll show you guys what I like. After I finish showing you guys this, I'll show you what I mean. Okay. Now, I personally haven't used a bindable event in a while, but trust me, it's useful. So as you can see, the blue is from the server. No, the blue. Wait. So yeah, the green is from the server. My bad. And as you can see, it just print this. So these three dots were pretty much replaced by this whole table. Simple. So yeah. Now you may be well, never mind. So yeah, that's that. Now bindable functions is pretty much like remote functions. The only thing is it's pretty much like bindable functions. The only thing is that remote functions, my bad. The only thing is that this is for server communications only. So we're gonna do game.replicate storage dot event, no, dot function dot event. I mean on invoke connect function. So yeah, I can't remember what the message was, like what you had to invoke, but have no fear, my friends. I'll remember it on the spot. Trust. So yeah. Right here, we're gonna send this. Okay, and we're gonna check. So you're gonna do four underscore dot in pairs. We're gonna put these three dots do. All right. Now we're gonna do count, local count equals 0. All right. So you have your count on 0. All right. And then what you can do here is do if dot equals xd, then you can pretty much like count. Actually, no, you never mind. You don't even need to do this. You can just do um you can do if table dot find, pretty much and you do xd, and then you can just do something like this, return true. Alright, and then you can do else, something like return false. Alright, I just remembered that. I can't believe I forgot that you can literally do that. So yeah, definitely can save someone a lot of lines. You can do game that replicates storage. So of course you gotta do like the last time. You gotta do local thing, local result. All right, result. You can name the variable whatever you want. I'm just calling it result because I can. Then it's invoke. Pretty simple. And then we're gonna put answer. All right. And then all we're gonna do here is print the the bindable the bindable function returned. Pretty much put a space here, returned, and then result. Just put result. Simple. So when we hit the on if only comes you said it's not. Hmm? Oh, hold up. Smug is what? Oh, my bad. Equal function. So yeah, I think that should have fixed the issue. Yep, it did. So yeah, you cannot connect to a function. Well, you can, but that's not how bindable functions work. It's pretty much like a, you know, so yeah, cannot concatenate, attempt to connect a string with boolean. Ugh, frick. Um, so instead, we're gonna return. Just gonna return true. Okay, and if it's not good, then we're just gonna return false. Alright, nothing too hard, nothing too difficult. Okay, so you just do that and that, and then you just close these mugs out. Oh wait, I forgot, we need our this. So when we hit E, script that has been destroyed. Oof. Alright, let me just fix that real quick. Sorry about this, guys. So yeah, it kind of saved. Let's go and test back. So yeah, I haven't really done much experimenting with all these. I just know what they can do. I just like so yeah. As you can see, it returned true. Alright, because in the table, it found XD. Alright. Now, table dot find. Oh wait. Yeah. No, I think that's enough for this episode, guys. So, yeah, we're gonna save this as I'm gonna save this as t- tutorial place. Right. So, yeah, um, I hope y'all enjoyed this video and hopefully y'all understand some more about functions and well, not functions. What the hell am I talking about? About oh yeah, and before I go, it's very important that you guys need to know that everything under your return, you see, since I did an if statement here, if I didn't do an if statement and I did something like this, okay, you're gonna realize something. It's in red, because the return stops everything under here. Right? Everything under here will not run. Right? Everything under the return will not run. That's why I put an if statement, because then we can return different things based on what happened. Alright? So yeah, pretty much, guys. That's it for this video. Thanks a lot for watching. Peace out. Oh yeah, I forgot. I don't even need it.